For the first game, we have the Raiders at the Titans. I love the Titans this year and expect them to win the division. The Raiders have played the Titans the last few years, and it's a nail-biter each time. This game will be no different, but the outcome will also be the same. The Raiders pull out a victory in the end and start off 1-0. In game number 2, we have the Raiders taking on the Jets at home. The Jets have shown no semblance of an offense in the preseason and might be the least talented team in the NFL. The Raiders are the better team and better win this one at home. If they play up to their standards, the Raiders defense might even look good this game. This is about as easy a win as there is in the NFL, and the Raiders are 2-0. For the third game, the Raiders take on the Redskins away from home. Kirk Cousins lost his offensive coordinator and lots of his familiar weapons, but he's still the consistent quarterback. He has performed well at a high level, and the Redskins are an above-average team. The Raiders are high-powered on offense, and I can't see the Redskins able to keep up. The Raiders win in prime time and start off hot at 3-0. For game number 4, I have the Raiders taking on the Broncos in Mile High. I just see the Broncos too pumped to take the Raiders down. The defense is elite and slow down the Raiders' offense. At the end of the game, the offense of the Broncos does just enough to win this game, and the Raiders fall to 3-1. Game number 5 has the Raiders taking on the Redskins at home. Close games the last few years, and the Raiders pulling out the W in the end. That will be the case again this year. The Ravens might have the best defense in the NFL this season, but their offense is the big question mark. This is just like the Broncos game, except a slightly better offense. Still, this game is at home, and the Raiders are hot at 4-1. Game number 6 has the Raiders taking on the Chargers at home. Phillip Rivers is a gamer and always keeps games close, especially against the Raiders. That will happen again this year, but the Raiders will also win at the end. Even though the Chargers have the ability to be good, the Raiders can be great. The hot streak continues, and the Raiders are 5-1. Game number 7 has the Raiders taking on the Chiefs at home. Derek Carr needs to win this one for his psyche. The Chiefs have had his number in recent years, and they must win this game to get the division. It's on Thursday night, and the Chiefs have to travel 2 time zones. I hate Thursday night, but things are really in the Raiders' favor this time. Derek Carr gets the much-needed win, and the Raiders roll to 6-1. Game number 8 has the Raiders taking on the Bills in Buffalo. Luckily, this game is in October, and it shouldn't be snowing yet. The Bills traded away their best weapon in Sammy Watkins, and now LaShawn McCoy is left to carry the offense. Tyrod Taylor hasn't been too good in the preseason, and the Bills are a below-average team. The Raiders win this one pretty handily and are 7-1. Game number 9 features the Raiders at the Dolphins. If Ryan Tannehill were here, I'd have this game as a loss. However, Jay Cutler just doesn't inspire me. This game is on Monday night, and the Dolphins have the makings of a playoff team. In the end, I just don't see Jay Cutler leading the team to a win, and the Raiders are 8-1. Game number 10 features the Raiders versus the Patriots in Mexico. The Patriots could be undefeated at this point, and this could be the battle for the number 1 seed in the AFC. These are the types of games the Raiders have to win, and the Patriots have already won in previous games. This is going to be a good game, but the Patriots have experience in big games, and that pays off. The Raiders fall to 8-2. Game number 11 has the Raiders taking on the Broncos at home. The Raiders finally get a true home game. The Raiders need to take advantage of the offensive line and run the Broncos to the ground just like last year. The atmosphere will be electric, and the Raiders will be hyped. The Raiders bounce back and finish the game at 9-2. Game number 12 has the Giants visiting the Raiders. Back-to-back home games, but this time against the Giants. The Giants have plenty of weapons on the outside, but the offensive line is pretty awful. This is around the time Max starts to dominate, and he'll feast on the line, giving Eli Manning hell. This will be a defensive battle, but in the end, the Raiders have a better line, and Carr will have time to pull out the win, giving him a record of 10-2. Game 13 has the Raiders visiting Kansas City Chiefs. The Chiefs get sweet revenge on the Raiders. This game has a chance to be cold, and Derek Carr doesn't play well this game. The defense locks it down for the Chiefs, and Alex Smith is as steady as they come. The well-coached Chiefs win, and the Raiders fall to 10-3. What a tough set of games. The Raiders take on the Cowboys for Week 14. 5 playoff teams in a row, and the Broncos. They finished the gauntlet by playing the Broncos in prime time. I have a sneaky feeling the Cowboys won't be as good this year. They always seem to fail when the expectations are high. This game will be close, with Khalil Mack giving the Raiders the edge. Raiders win 11-3. For the final Monday night of the season, the Raiders go to the Eagles, and that is a tough circumstance. The Raiders must cross the country and play the Eagles in the cold. The environment will be hostile, and the Eagles will be fired up. The Raiders might have the better team, but there's too much working against them, and the Raiders lose for the 4th time, finishing at 11-4. Final game of the season features the Raiders going to Chargers. LA belongs to the Raiders. This game will show that, and it will practically feel like another home game. This game will be close, and you never want to count out Phillip Rivers and his talent. The Raiders pulled this one out in the end and head to the playoffs at 12-4. They finished the season with the second seed in the AFC.